Good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's episode of Market Check brought to you by Because Bitcoin. A reminder that there is no second best daily YouTube live stream to talk about these markets. Happy Thursday, everybody. We are coming in towards the end of the week. It has been an exhausting week, to say the least, both in terms of market volatility, whether that be from participation or whether that be from things like headlines, which we've had all week, right? We've had a lot of dramatic wicks in the process. But it has, at the end of the day, been, I would say, a little bit exhausting, ultimately very rewarding, right, for everybody who stuck around and been in crypto throughout this bear market to be able to see through the official launch of not just the announcement of the spot ETF products yesterday, but the launches today. We're finally getting some inflows into the market. We can finally get a gauge on what exactly the TradFi interest in Bitcoin looks like. We're going to talk about that and more later today, guys. I'm Snorlax. You guys also know me as Tommy. I'm joined by Max Tucker, Dr. Will's Outlook, and Jackus. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the audience. Real quickly, before we start sharing that alpha on launch day, we always appreciate when you guys smash the like button before we get started. We're going to bug you again. We will bug you again. I'm just going to tell you now, but it's the Bitcoin launch day. We should have over 100 likes today. I'm going to be super disappointed if we don't. If there's ever a day for us to have 100 likes on the video, it really should be today. So, and of course, guys, it means a lot to us when you engage and enjoy our content. But yeah, like I said, it's been a very crazy week for Bitcoin. Ultimately, a great day for everybody who has stuck around and been in crypto, but a monumental day for Bitcoin. Lots of volatility throughout the week. Will we just chad straight up in the mid 55s? Do we start to see our ETH rotation from Bitcoin maybe cooling off and going sideways? I think there are a lot of really interesting questions being posed by the market right now. And Ethereum is a big reason for that, right? I mean, it kind of stole the show yesterday from Bitcoin, where, Bitcoin's been stealing the show from Ethereum for more or less 3 or 4 months now. But ETH yesterday on approval day, I think was up about 9 or 10%. It was drastically outperforming pretty much all of its betas as well. So, yeah, I mean, we do have a lot, like I said, a lot of interesting storylines in the market. Bitcoin, obviously, it's self-explanatory. ETH, people are beginning to front run the rotation. Altcoins showing a tremendous amount of strength. Bitcoin dominance is probably beginning to reach. I know that's some people's favorite metric. Some people don't really like it, but when Bitcoin dominance tops out, we probably will see a massive rotation ultimately into altcoins. So, a lot of stuff to be excited about. Equities, just constant trend upward. That's really what it is. I think a few big tech stocks look really interesting. In particular, some Microsofts, some Nvidias. Still looks good for higher prices, and that will surely be supported for crypto. But welcome, guys. It's a great day to be in crypto. What are we seeing in the markets today? I'd love to get y'all's take, not just on some of the initial inflows that we've had, but obviously the market's reaction and digestion to those flows as so far. I mean, right, it's only been a few hours, but it's a pretty big day for Bitcoin.
Hello, Tommy. Hello, guys. Hello, everyone. Just wanted to say hello, and we'll leave the word to you.
I mean,
because you're not going to
cheating
cook
it,
for
man.
us.
I will. But I have to heat up the oven first before I cook.
Oh,
Right?
okay.
Mhm.
All right. So, guys, listen. It's pertinent to ignore the lower time frame jeeting that's going to happen today through the end of the week through next week. They're going to jeet the chart every chance they get on the lower time frames. Do not let BlackRock steal your Bitcoin or your ETH or your dog whiff hat. Don't let them steal it, you guys. Do not let them steal it because they're going to jeet the chart, okay? Tucker, if you could do me a favor here and actually turn off the candles and put it on a line chart for me, all right?
Mhm.
Put it on a line chart for me. This is the chart that you're trading. They're going to jeet you on the lower time frame. They're going to wick it down. They're going to make you feel like that was the top and we're never going higher. Don't let them take your coins, all right? Trust me. Don't let them take your coins. They want to jeet you out of your positions. And there's too many people out here that don't know how to trade with leverage. So they're the ones causing all of this. They're causing the giant wicks. They see Bitcoin pressing 49K an hour ago, and they're like, oh, this is the time to 100x leverage. This is the breakout. 100K, the ETFs are live. And then we wick down 2,500 points. You know, they just don't get it, and they're never going to get it. Okay. They need to get them out of the market. Okay.
Max.
They can't exist in the same arena as the ETF brokers. Okay. So don't let the bankers steal your Bitcoin. This is literally like that meme coming to life. Okay. There's two memes that have now come to life since the Bitcoin ETF approval. First, there's only 21 million. That meme is now very much so real. Okay. They cannot manipulate the supply. They cannot create fake mines like they can with gold and, you know, artificially inflate the supply like gold, which is a highly manipulated commodity. Okay. So that's the first one. And the second is don't let the bankers steal your coins. The bankers literally just got approved to steal your coins. Okay. There's only 21 million, and don't let the banker steal your coins. All right. Both just came to life. Do what you will with that information. But in my opinion, the best thing that you can do is just strap in and be heavy spot. And if you're going to play with leverage, really, really low leverage. Okay.
So what do I do if I sold my entire bag? I'm looking for financial advice.
That's it. Will the local, like the global top is in. We'll never go above 48K again, man. That's it. That was the last pump ever. So you sold the top, Will. You did it.
Man, oh man.
What do I do if I just sold everything that I own to buy more Bitcoin? What do I do?
Like I like, man, it's absolute. Like all I've seen for like the past 2 weeks, even from bulls, this could be the top, guys. I don't know if I'd buy here. I don't know if I'd buy here and buy all the way down.
Dude, what's that
I'll
meme?
tell
I'm
you
gonna
that.
find it. There's such a funny one. It's sorry, keep going. There's the funniest meme. One of you guys posted it, and it's about that. Let me find it, and I'm gonna put it on the screen.
Which one, Max?
I gotta find it. It's so funny.
I can help you out as the meme or
Yeah, Jackus knows all the
It
memes,
might have been
man.
like the hedgehor, and it's like, luckily I was hedged. Like funding is crazy. Like,
I will
Bro.
find it.
like, you guys are such degens. You're gonna make me hedge.
Luckily, I was
me-
there.
give me-
if this
give
goes
me
up
2
or
minutes.
down.
Give me
Tucker,
2 minutes.
let me send
Max.
this to you. Hang on.
All right, yeah, send it to me.
You
Unless
gotta
you
try
have
to throw this on. I'm pretty sure it's the hedgehor, you know. But the hedgehor is a meme that extends price action. It's a mindset, right? The hedgehor, the one who's afraid to be wrong, the one that's afraid to express conviction one way or the other.
That's the whole point. I feel like so many people are conflicted at current price ranges. Again, and I keep reiterating this. Even the bulls, I'm just like, you realize we're below all time high, right? I'm like every other asset out there is well above all time. Like, what are you talking? What are we talking about here? What are we talking about? Because everybody's, I wouldn't buy here. Look, anything below all time high is a steal. Like I'm.
Well,
At
that's
least
the
in my
crazy
book,
thing, man,
right?
is people forget that we're trading crypto here. You know, like they forget that until you cross the all-time high, this hasn't even pumped yet, man. Like this hasn't even pumped. Like this is a very nice move, but this is crypto. All right. Why did we get into Bitcoin? Did you want to double your money or did you want to 10x your money? You know, why are we here? You know what's annoying me, Tucker? Maybe you could draw a fib extension from the all-time high to the FTX capitulation low. You know what's really annoying me is how many people are golden pocket experts now. Like, you know how many people for the first time have never traded with fib retraces or fib extensions that are now explaining publicly about the golden pocket and the 0.618 retrace.
100%.
It's so annoying to me. Like for the past 2 weeks, all I've been hearing people that don't even trade with fibs being like, "Oh, Bitcoin just hit the 0.618. Like this is a really sticky area." I'm like,
Yep.
oh my gosh, man. Like, yes, but you don't trade with fibs. You just heard someone talk about how, and then go back, Tucker, to the last cycle if you could, to the left. Okay, now draw out from 2017 high to the low. Look where we rejected, right? So everybody's using this, and they're like, "That's it. That's the top. This is a bear market rally," you know. And This seems like the most crowded fib rejection spot of all time because everybody seems to be talking. All the bears and sideliners seem to be talking about it. Maybe it ages well, you know. Certainly a hot level.
But Max,
I have few
it's not
notes
just
there.
Bears. It's Bulls too. I'm hearing Bulls say the same crap. It's not just Bears. That's the thing. Like I want to really highlight that. Like everybody is saying, like when everybody in the room is in consensus and saying the same thing, I would arguably say you got to question that, right? Like it's like it's almost like the crypto cults. When people start getting cultish in crypto, it's like you got to be like, it might be the top because people are being very cultish.
No,
right
put
now.
that bag
Being
up.
very
Put that bag
cultish.
up. Tommy, get your boy under control.
Come
here,
get your
all right?
boy.
Yeah. Whose man's is this? Nice monkey chimp. You spent $1,400 on that picture at the
Whoa,
Pico's.
whoa, that's a
Optimarket.
puppet, Max.
Congrats.
That's a puppet.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
sorry.
that's a Bitcoin puppet, sir.
That's
Mhm.
Going to
autism.
one Bitcoin.
No,
One
that's-
Bitcoin per Bitcoin puppet.
Yeah,
Yep.
you know what, chimp? Thanks for spending Bitcoin at the Golden Pocket to buy that thing, man. Unbelievable. And I'm
At the
cooked. You're
Golden
cooked,
Pocket.
chimp. You're cooked.
Mm.
Guys,
Look,
The-
all I'm gonna say is Max, or not Max, but Tommy called that perfectly on Twitter. All right, and
Puppets?
every time I see that picture,
Yeah,
I
the
can't
puppets.
get what he said out of my head.
Oh, I mean, I think Chimp
did I
was
work
in,
there for a
in
minute?
puppets before I was. Man, my people in my Discord were in puppets at like 0.015 or like maybe even below that. It's kind of crazy how quickly they found it, but I appreciate the compliment, Will. It's going a lot higher. Higher.
No. I'm talking about the the post you put.
Which one? Wait, oh, the puppet? Oh, the
Yeah.
Colt. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I
it's
think we're either
hilarious.
here or we're here somewhere. What do you guys think?
I think we're probably the
Look,
second
I
one,
think it doesn't
Tucker.
matter.
I'm trying to reconcile this, you know.
I mean,
We're
I'm
probably
I'm-
here.
No. I actually think, Tucker, in between is where we're at right there. That's where we're at right now. We just left the first green arrow consolidation and we're right there.
Let me just
What
point out
about
one
this?
thing.
I have a fractal
right.
for you too, Tucker. have a
I know.
That-
You pulled it from here. I know where you pulled. I've pulled the same one, Max. I've pulled the same
Tucker.
one.
Tucker, anything below all-time high is propaganda. All right.
What do you mean?
That's just
In
what it
terms
is.
of a top?
So, yeah, I mean, like it's buy until all-time high. That's basically it, right? Like I don't know why anybody's like I heard in Spaces the other day. I've heard it for like almost a solid week. Look, I'm telling you guys, it's buy until all-time high. That's not financial advice. That's reality. That's just what it is. It's reality. Okay. If anybody
here
sits
we
there and
go.
says any different,
Will, hang on, man. Do you even know how the golden pocket works? The
bro, I don't care about
0.618?
your golden pocket, purple pocket, pink Barbie pocket, whatever. Like,
What
I'm
about
not-
the Snickers
I don't care
pocket,
about none of
Will?
that stuff. Look, Snickers, you got to watch out for that. That's where you can get taken advantage of. So if you see a Snickers on the pillow, it's probably a top, right?
Here we
So
go. Here's your
definitely stay away
fractal.
from that one.
I know.
Here's your
I know.
fractal.
I've got.
But
I've got
nobody-
it, Max.
Who's
It's
open to the
nice.
possibility that this was a top locally,
This.
given the volume that we had from ETF launch?
I mean,
Yeah, I'd be open to it. I'd be open to it. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Like, I feel like worst case, we maybe revisit low 40s and then everyone goes, that was the top. It was a sell the news event. And they just run it back, you know.
No,
Bankers
we're gonna
will not
pump
be
up to
stealing my Bitcoin.
55. Yeah, pump to 55 and chill. Oh no, we lose 50. It's over. Boom.
And Tucker,
No.
that's the spot when beta goes crazy. When Bitcoin starts with a 5 and like not just
Mhm.
wicks there, but holds there. That's when things go crazy. That's when STX goes to
Yes.
$4 or $5. That's when, you know, the ETH beta starts to run and you see ETH crack 3,000. I mean, that's when things get crazy.
I think
The
you
next
get
push
50
up.
next week. Yeah.
The only propaganda I want to see is up only. That's it. Like
They
until you
might
cross
they
all-time
might
high, this
jeet
is what it is.
Will, they might jeet this weekly candle, man. They might jeet
Then
it
I'm
and then
buying.
just
Like
send it up next week.
I still have dry powder, Tucker. Like I'm buying all the way up. Like I'm doesn't matter. Like,
Will's like Michael Saylor, man. He doesn't care at all. He's just whenever he has money, he's just buying.
Dr.
I
Outlook
am
is
buying all the way up.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm just not. We knew what today was going to bring. Like we talked about this. We all talked about this. As soon as the ETFs go live, it's going to be a disaster on the lower time frames. Everybody trying to figure out what the expected flows were into these ETFs, how much volume there is. Did we exceed expected, contributions or not, from these institutions? Leverage traders looking to just sort of like capitalize on any little local euphoria. I mean, what did you expect?
Hey
This
Max,
makes
you're
perfect sense that was
currently
happening. What?
you're currently DMing me in Discord and saying welcome to my Discord.
Oh, did one of my scam dude? There's been literally I banned 5 fake Maxes this week from Discord. 5 of them this week. It's incredible. And on Twitter there were 3 more. I keep getting DMs about it. They make these fake Max accounts and then they hit people up and they ask them to like deposit $5,000 into some like platform that I apparently made and I didn't. And then they're like, "Hey bro, is this you?" And I'm like, "Dude, you're DMing me. No, how could that be me?" Like, no, it's not me.
You see
Yeah.
the 2 different conversations with the same picture?
It's
Yeah,
it's been
that's
bad
not me.
actually. Yeah, it's been really bad lately. I don't know.
I asked them if they
No,
wanted
no,
if they
Chimp,
needed
that
to
was
borrow
me.
some money.
Chimp, that was me. Don't worry. That was me. But I don't appreciate you making that public. That was between us, all right?
Oh man. What do we think of this one, boys? It's pretty
I think we're
gnarly.
about to break out on the RSI, Tucker.
It's pretty gnarly, man. Yeah, I know. I agree. I'm bullish, but
No, we're gonna break out, and then the bear divs are invalidated, and then it's all good.
I'm just going to say it would not be good if we break Asia sessions low on Bitcoin. I don't think that would
Which
be
is
Okay, you know what I'm going to say, Tommy? I'm going to say look at NVIDIA, and that's Bitcoin. All right,
Those
that's
stocks are kind of
Bitcoin.
dumping today, aren't they?
Are they
Like
nuking
Bitcoin
it
is
still?
going.
Yeah, they are.
Bitcoin is going to wick, and then it's going to pull back, and then everybody's going to claim it's going lower, and then it's going to keep going.
Oh man, guys, it's over. Look. I mean, that's a gnarly sell-off though, low key, but it's fine.
Can you go to SPY instead of SPX?
Why?
Because I want to see if there's any gaps right below us.
Okay.
Evan, if you aren't an ETH alts, prepare to just hold your
No.
bags because you're in for a ride. But if you're an ETH alts, you're going to be mooning. It's going to be mooning.
I mean, the only gap is this big one down here.
Yeah,
So-
we'll see. We'll see. Man, I can't believe they took this awesome morning and just decided to jeet it for no reason.
Chimp
they
Phone
did.
said his puts are printing. Your puts on what? What are you putting the dollar store? Like, what are you putting?
Will. Just attacking our commentors, of course. Hey, puts are printing though. Puts are printing. Look.
Oh
0
man,
days.
that doesn't look like a trap. That does not look like a trap at all.
Oh, Will. Oh, man.
It's an angry
Yeah.
candle.
Yeah, just keep holding that put.
What
I'm
else
sure
is
it's going to be
getting
up
cheated?
all the way until like 5 hours from now.
This
They
was
listed
the
whiff on
FSD,
they
man.
listed whiff perps and it just got rugged, man.
Yeah, I know.
Look at
That
that.
was fortunate.
Yeah, whiff might not be it, man, or maybe it is. I don't know, but
No, it is.
I do own some.
It is.
Oof. Boot said stick to decade candles. Like I try. All right. Not everything has that much history.
Yeah. All right, so let's have a constructive conversation, guys. ETFs are we all just came in really hot today. Chimp threw gasoline on the fire. Will woke up feisty. He hasn't had his breakfast burrito yet. Everybody's in a mood today. It's been a roller coaster of emotions, a real symphony, if you will. So let's have a constructive conversation. ETFs go live today. Obviously, high time frame, very significant day for Bitcoin. Very, very significant day for Bitcoin and the crypto asset class, I would say. What do we think that the next 30 to 60 days potentially has in store? And we can make a lot of assumptions, assuming Bitcoin holds a certain level, assuming the ETF launches go as planned or maybe not as planned. I want to start here with Lance. Tommy, talk to me, man. Let's ignore the low time frame jeeting that's going on. Talk to me about the significance of today, because it is a very momentous day, regardless of price action on the low time frame.
Yeah, for sure. No, I mean, I've been saying I think that the ETF launching for Bitcoin as like a spot ETF is, more or less the legitimization of Bitcoin as, kind of into a more mature asset class, or at the very least, that crypto is kind of beginning to graduate into something that, can isn't as volatile, or, well, that's the wrong word to say, but it's legitimate enough that you can receive the passive flows from people who you traditionally haven't received them from, right? Which is boomers, it's TradFi. They've usually been pretty scared off by crypto. Although in 2021, we did have a lot of TradFi interest in crypto. But yeah, I mean, this is more or less over a long term, it provides a constant float on price, right? I mean, there's always probably going to be now a passive bid under Bitcoin demand, making sure that we don't have the just absurd price swings that we've had, in Bitcoin. That's part of what has made Bitcoin and crypto so great, historically speaking, but has always scared off boomers. So I think short term, we obviously got some amazing flows on the launch. I don't think that people should be discouraged if the flows over the next week or two aren't on par with the launch day. I'm sure people will overreact if they're not, but I think at the end of the day, it's a very bullish catalyst for Bitcoin long term, and it probably not only mutes the volatility, but also, I think Chimp said it best in the comment. Passive infinite super bid, basically. That's the long term bull case for Bitcoin now.
I have one.
Look at Grayscale, man.
They're dumping, man.
Be all selling, man. Yeah, it's got to be all selling.
Grayscale,
yeah, this is Grayscale's doing. Barry loves to call it a big week and then nuke our bags.
Dude, Barry's scum, honestly.
So there's been it looks like 1.2 bill done so far in volume. 1.1 of that has been selling from Grayscale, I'm going to assume. Or wait, no, that's not right. 1.1.
Well, I think I speak for all of us when I say fuck them.
Yeah.
All right, but this is a buy the dip then. This is forced selling from a bunch of freaks that are displaying the lady energy.
Or Barry.
Yeah. That's an inappropriate candle caused by Barry Shilbert. Look at that thing, man. What the hell? What are they doing, man?
This is all Barry.
Don't worry, Barry will be poor in about 5 more years selling local tires.
Bro, Barry is a billionaire.
At this point, it's over for him.
He might be in prison, though, to be fair. Not too far away.
I have a question for the comments. Do you guys care if we swear on this show or not? Because sometimes I just let it rip. And you ever see Trailer Park Boys? Have you guys seen that show?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You remember that scene when Ricky's in court and he asks the judge, he's like, I can't properly express myself without swearing. Do I have permission to swear?
Yeah.
That's how I feel talking about crypto sometimes. I don't really swear unless I'm talking about work or price action. You just sometimes have to go for it, man.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody that watches this show is probably 25 or older. So I don't know.
Dude, this is just
I like that. I like that comment that Michael said up top. He said, "We're going to 12K. I'm data dependent."
Will, I love you just going through the comments, like picking an old one and just like slamming them down.
He's just eyes peeled for bearishness. Like,
Will is just
trying to
going
find
through,
them.
man. Oh, Will, you crack me up, man. You crack me up.
Healed, you gotta go in the attic to listen to the show.
Go in the attic to listen.
Go in your attic to listen to us.
All right, so something we have to address before we get too much further into the stream is we have 110 people watching on YouTube with 52 likes. Guys, I don't want to have to be the annoying, the badger roar today, but if you could do us the real solid favor, hit that thumbs up button for us. It should be a 1-to-1 at least, guys. We got between Twitter and YouTube, we got 200 people watching. If you guys could just take one quick moment, hit that thumbs up button for us. It does wonders for the channel. It does wonders for our growth. And the reason that we're growing so quickly is because of your guys' continued support of what we are building here because Bitcoin. So if you could do us the solid, make sure you're logged into your YouTube account and just hit that thumbs up button for us. Thank you guys so much again for being here. We greatly appreciate the support. And if you are on Twitter, this goes for you as well. It's even easier for you guys on Twitter because you're for sure logged in if you're watching. All you got to do is just take a second and hit that heart button, maybe hit the retweet if you're really liking it, and leave us a comment, give us some feedback, some stuff that you want to know, maybe questions, tickers you want us to take a look at. But yeah, guys, please help us continue to grow the show and the channel by hitting that thumbs up button for us or that like button on Twitter. And thanks again for being here. Happy first day of trading for, I guess we'll call this ETF day. But all right, so what do you got here, Tucker? Local value area low, ETH holding. We like it.
Like it for a punt, maybe. Got the 100 there too. I don't know. It depends on if Bitcoin holds, but not bad. Not bad. I could see a Jeet Wick down here, maybe. A little Jeet Wick, but
Look,
Yeah.
are we talking about for trading or for entries? I guess at the end of the day, that's the real
Will, I know
question.
you don't want anyone to get an entry. No entries allowed.
Nobody's getting an entry. Like most people are gonna sit there and they're gonna seethe, and they're gonna be like, "It's going lower, and then going, gone." That's what's gonna happen. Like it's happened over and over again, and people still haven't learned from it. So it's actually really interesting that people continue to keep on playing the same playbook, right? If you guys were football coaches, you'd have been fired like at the beginning of the season, 100%, because all you do is keep on running the same playback, hoping that it plays. Like you guys would be like the retail right now on Twitter would be horrible football coaches. None of you would make it, right? You
Mike
might make it in
McCarthy.
prison, but you ain't gonna make it in the football league.
How about Caspa here, boys?
Caspa looks really good here, man. I've been focusing on it. What I'm actually really intently focused on, and maybe Tucker, if you wouldn't mind, I'd love to steal the chart from you. I don't want to pull a Tommy and just aggressively take it like Tommy does. That's kind of Tommy's move, is to just you're in the middle of talking and he'll just cut you off and steal the chart and send you a mean text. I won't do that, but I would love to steal the chart. But I'll ask for permission. Do you mind? Because I have.
Go ahead.
So here's Caspa. I'm actually more intently focused on CAS BTC, which looks really solid in my opinion. CAS BTC looks completely bottomed, right? Which, of course, for CAS USD right here, you have to consider like if Bitcoin does Jeet here and just move straight down, this could move up if Caspa just, basically holds and Bitcoin dumps. So understand how, the pair works. But in my opinion, this Caspa BTC pair looks completely floored, like multiple stabs at this daily demand, take out all these wicks recently, strong buyback. And then on top of that, let's actually add a third chart on here. We're going to pull up Caspa ETH, which I've also been focusing pretty intently on. And there's this nice repetitive pattern that plays out here. Actually, let me so here's CAS USD. Here's Caspa ETH. it's very interesting to watch this play out where the previous two reaccumulations, first one here, we basically spent, so you pump, you reaccumulate like basically 60 to 70 days, and then it pumps hard. Again, this is Caspa ETH. The next one, same thing. You pump, reaccumulate 60 to 70 days, and then you pump again, right? Now look where we're at right now. We're holding this demand zone. We're kind of getting into that 60 to 70 day spot. I mean, we're a little bit short here, 53 days. So maybe it's more of an end of January thing. But in my opinion, this level probably holds here. And within, I'd say by February, you're going to begin to see more outperformance from Caspa against ETH. So, my hope is that, from here, this level really should hold, and it should play just like the previous two, where, we had an aggressive reaccumulation. We spent 60 to 70 days basically grinding up against support. And then we had another crazy pump, and at this point, I would probably expect Caspa ETH to go up here. I would expect 0.00013 or something like that. So if ETH is at, I don't know, let's just say ETH is at 2,800 at that point, which honestly, I think it probably will be 0.000. Let's just do 1.2. So that'd be a 34-cent Caspa. If Caspa ETH goes to right here, this level, which in my opinion it actually could. Maybe we do a little fib retrace here. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. That ain't bad right there. All right, and then I'm gonna show you guys my fib levels for CAS. All right, hang on here. This is where I think the Caspa USD chart goes. So this 2.618 here. So this was our fib extension right here. So little reaccumulation from swing high, swing low, breakout. We're now grinding above the 1.618, holding really, really cleanly, refusing to break down below. This 2.618 is basically at 35 cents. So again, if we rotate back over to our Caspa ETH chart now, you can see that if we did break up from here and we went up to, roughly this fib extension 1.618, we'd probably see a 35-cent Caspa. So lots of confluence there. But yeah, anyways, those are my thoughts. I think you might have another 2 weeks potentially to rotate into Caspa, but I think it looks pretty good.
Max, we got a super chat here.
Did we?
From Chimp Phone.
Wait, we had 2 super chats, man. We had one from Ozil first.
Yeah, we have one that's coping, and the other one is an actual super chat.
All right. For Will, when we go to 0, okay. Thank you, Chimp. And then Ozil said, Will, let the BlackRocks and US Bank rookies lag us behind. We've been ready for this since Bitcoin in the 20s. Let's prep and shift focus to metaverses and NFTs platforms before Apple release headset. All right. Yeah. Thank you very much, Ozil. We greatly appreciate the super chat, man. Fantastic.
I would say if you're looking at this, right, it's trading sideways and trading up. It's leveling up essentially is what Bitcoin's doing here on the current time frame. So
so you're saying it's
not,
like doing like kind of
yes,
stair steps, Will?
Correct. Yep. It's still stair stepping. And so you're not going to see any significant like God candle moves at the moment. You're just going to see this boring ranging, but it's going to continue higher and higher and higher as the ranging occurs while people continue to look for the pullback and the pullback and the pullback. It's like Inception, right? The pullback's only within the range. That's it. So if you play the range low to high, you're making money. But if you play like, oh, we're going back to like, $12,000, enjoy being poor because you're never getting an entry. But those are the two scenarios that you're basically looking at when you're looking at your average investor on Twitter. they're in one of those two boats. People that hope that they can get cheaper prices, and then people that already know, hey, your opportunity cost is gone. You're not getting cheaper prices. Like you had an opportune time for entries in the low 20s, in the mid 20s, in the high 20s, the 30s. You had so many opportunities for entry here, and you fumbled it. You fumbled it, and that's just what it is. I know some people are just playing in the comments. That's okay. I'm just playing back, but the whole point being is that this part of the conversation, though, I'm being more realistic about, and people continuing to wait. Like you're not. We're going to all time high. And we're going beyond it. Like I can't say it any better. If you can show me anywhere in the chart that that's never happened, I'm more than willing to hear you out, but there isn't. So I know there isn't. I've been through these charts a billion times, and there's nowhere where we have never exceeded all time high in a cycle.
Okay, so Will, talk to me about timing then, man. Because yesterday I heard you say on the space, Wabi prompted us with the question on our Twitter space. He said he went around the panel. He said to everybody, "Are we going to all-time high this quarter? Make a case for yes. Well, first tell us what you think, and then explain why yes or no." And you said, "No, we're not going to go this quarter." But you just said we're going all-time high. So talk to me about timing of it then, just to be clear.
Yeah. Again, and I did explain this when I talked about it, and so
No, and I know you did, by the way.
Yeah.
YouTube crew sometimes doesn't catch the Twitter spaces, so I just
Yeah,
wanted
no,
to
it's
give you a
fine.
chance to explain that here too.
So again, I'm a traditionalist. I follow the halvening, right? And I think we exceed that after the halvening, just like every cycle. And I know people are looking for the pullback prior to the halvening or after the halvening. Hey, maybe we do, but again, that pullback could happen from much higher, and that pullback could happen from all time high, right? But the point being is, I don't think we exceed. I want to say the key word exceed all time high until the happening occurs, and then once the happening occurs, I think full on because there are a lot of people who literally just sit there all year and only try to play from the happening to the top of the market. They don't even bother playing any of this mid range. They don't bother playing in this low range because they're trying to capture the takeoff. Because once you get into price speculation, you can really capitalize on price speculation. I mean, look at Qs, look at Nvidia. Once they all moved into price speculation, it was absolute moon time, right? And I think that's what a lot of people wait for. They wait for that price speculation scenario, and I don't think that that occurs until after the halvening. And I think with crypto, a lot of people do relate the halvening with that price speculation area.
I mean, Will, if you just played post halving, you'd do pretty well, right? Like,
No, 100% you would. 100% you would. Like I did. I'm just saying, like what I think most of the market, how most of the market reacts, right, or acts.
Yeah, and here's the thing too, like I would agree with you, Will, but we also the previous cycle was in fact a cycle of firsts. There were a lot of firsts. People, it's kind of a meme like this time isn't different. Like everybody always says this time is different. This time actually is very different. And every cycle is very different from the previous one. For example, this was the first time that Bitcoin had a true double top. Okay. We had that at the very pico top. This was also the first time that we didn't exceed 80% drawdown from all-time high to bear market low. Okay. The previous two cycles we had. This was also the first time that Bitcoin spent multiple weeks, if not months, below the 200-week SMA during its bear market. So there is a lot of firsts that have happened that haven't happened before. So if we're talking about timing, is it possible that this time is different? And we did see the death of the traditional 4-year cycle, but the death of the 4-year cycle doesn't mean we don't pump again. The death of the 4-year cycle means that we don't respect the halving or the previous timings around the halving as much as we used to. So my argument is we're pretty close to an all-time high already. Like Bitcoin could sneeze and go to an all-time high. I mean, seriously,
I mean,
it literally
I could
could.
explain it. I could explain it a little further, but I mean,
well, look. Every time, every cycle is different, though, right? Like
that's what I was gonna say too. I was gonna say the same thing. Yeah. Every
And
single
how many
cycle
Like
is
double
different.
top,
How many
COVID,
people
like
are
pre-having
literally just,
year
like,
run up.
praying? How many people are praying to get an entry because they were told they're going to get the 30% drop before the halving that they always get? How many people?
A
Max
lot.
Payne
A
might be
lot.
up.
And Max, but here's the thing. I'm telling them it's not going to happen, right? And I could always be wrong on that, but I'm telling them it's not going to happen, which I agree with. I just think, again, how we're leveling up right now is exactly what you're going to continue to see. You're just going to see that slow grind up into the halvening with no pullback, no pullback, and that's
So
that's
Will,
the
you think
point that
it's
I'm
more
looking
like
at.
this cycle, right? We've talked about this before, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's more
like
like
where we
this.
literally just grind into the top,
Yeah.
and then
I would
eventually
Instead
agree
just
with
of
start
that.
mooning.
yeah.
Tucker, could you put on the 20-week SMA? Just throw on like the
Week
20-week.
SMA
We just need one.
20. Yeah, let me what is that? 3?
So if you look at the last cycle, I mean, look at that 20-week SMA in the cycle that Will's referring to was like your generational shove spots. No, to the left, sorry.
This
The
one?
26.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if that's where we're at, if we're going to trade like that cycle, keep an eye on this 20-week SMA.
Yeah, you just
Every
hold
time.
it.
Look how many
you
taps.
just Yeah, well, you just bid it on every pullback, right? So
You just
after
shove.
the
Yeah.
having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost 6 post
Every
having.
single pullback you just buy, every single one, and
But
and
that's
I think
post having, yeah. So
yeah, I think
But
post
even
having
before, look at it. Even
you
before.
just wrote it up, yeah, into the having.
that's what I'm
Yeah. I
saying.
mean, you
That's
had a
literally
couple
what I'm
little dips
saying.
below it, right? Like there was some wicks and like a couple little close, but like generally that was your trend. So if we are in a cycle like this, which I think, I mean, we've gone over this before, like you could certainly make a case for it. I think it'd be interesting to see this sort of play out where we get a true parabola, which last cycle we didn't. You know, we had a parabolic move, but it wasn't a clean parabola like this one.
You mean parabola?
Yeah, parabola. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Yeah.
But that's the whole point right there, Max. Is like if you look at that, it never stopped going up until the halving. Right at the halving, it pulled back hard, and I could see that. I could see it like. But here's the thing. I just think the pattern just a little bit different. What is the pattern difference here? I think we grind into all time high, and then the market pulls back hard against all time high. Right? There's gonna be a lot of exit entries at the top. And then at that point, then we break out and move into a secular upward momentum movement. And so this slow grind we're seeing right now, like if you scroll in on Bitcoin, see those two bottoms right there. Now, kind of identify that first up and rollover move right there, Tucker.
Talking about this?
Yep. So go ahead and let's just like mark it out. Just like draw a little half
What,
circle,
like
whatever. Right?
this?
Yeah, and then there's your second one, right? So you have your first that whole move off the low.
What, we had like 3, you want to say?
No, just one. Just count it as one.
Oh, okay. So what, just like this kind of thing?
There's one, and 2 is coming, right? Now go back to where you were prior to the previous cycle. What do you see there?
I mean, I don't know what you want to consider
No.
this.
Ignore the
but
wick. Ignore the wick. That's just that doesn't matter, right? There's one, and where's the second one?
you just kind of ground up and then ripped. The second one was at the halving.
I
So
mean,
that
Tucker,
was
you could consider the 1-2 if Will's trying to match it 1 for 1. That would be one right there.
Yeah, that whole thing would be one. Yeah.
It's not going to be perfect, right? But
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
not gonna be
Bitcoin
perfect.
was
I
like
would argue that we are trading
$500 at this point in time.
and for that reason, Tucker, I don't think that if we do enter a new parabola here, like the one that happened after the 2016 halving, I don't think we're going to see the same level of volatility to the downside that we did when Bitcoin was $500. One, because of the
No,
passive flows
yeah.
from the ETF, and two, even before the ETFs, all of last cycle, yes, we saw some serious volatility, but at the same time, there was certainly measurably diminished volatility both to the upside and to the downside in the previous bull market, the one that happened in 2020, 2021.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, I mean, we're not going to get a 40 like Bitcoin was $500, right? Like the market cap will not allow up to
One
40%,
dude
right?
sold Bitcoin and it dipped 400, 40%.
well, here's the point I
Yeah,
want to get
yeah.
across, right? And that point is that if you look at this one happened kind of going into the halving. If you go to the COVID low, the pandemic low, and you did the same thing, you have two moves there too. Look, 1, 2, and it happened after the halving, right? So you have 1 going up,
Yeah.
and then 2. And then so if you look at right now, again, we're 1, and then we're working on our second one, right?
So you
And we could
think like
we haven't started curling yet. Yeah, exactly. We haven't started curling yet. So once we start curling, then people can look for a local top, and then people can look for a buy-in, right? We haven't started curling yet, but there's always this weird double move at the lows prior to the parabolic move. It's a really odd one, but it's something very similar to that. We
mhm.
could roll here, but we need to see kind of a red green at the high here, and that will show resistance. And then at that point, you can look for a pullback. You're not seeing that right now. The momentum is still to the upside, so we can still drive from here technically, and then roll over higher, right? And that's what a lot of people just are not willing to consider. But this is a grind up. That's what it is. It's a grind up to move into the halving, and I think to absolutely explode on the other side.
What does that mean, though? Will, give me some specifics.
So the market's going to continue up and to the right, up and to the right.
Are you
up
looking at
and
this
to the right.
fractal, Will? Is this what you're expecting? Like literally like
Yeah.
a $250,000 Bitcoin by
No,
2025?
I didn't say $250,000 Bitcoin. I'm not gonna come on here and be one of those people.
Wait,
But I am
258.
saying I am saying that this move, it's very parabolic, right? This move wants to absolutely explode. There's just so much pressure here below all-time high from panic sellers and people thinking that this rally ends, that it's hard to break into that. But once you break above all-time high, it's full-on price speculation. Price speculation is the best in the bid. It's absolutely the best in the bid because you get full-on degen, low IQ people that just dump their house money in there because they just sold their house to put it in Bitcoin at the top. And this pushes prices to extremes, right?
I thought I thought everybody did that.
Wait, you guys make money trading?
300K by June.
Look,
Dude,
I
Tucker,
think
what if, bruv? Like, what if?
What if?
There's only 21 million of them.
my
Yeah,
my
man.
modest my
Crazy.
modest price prediction though, Max, I'll give it, and I think this is modest. I think 100 to 135. I think that's a modest price. That's a double the previous market, right? It gets people really
I'm
fun.
gonna
And
tell you this right now, Will. I'm gonna tell you this right now. I could see that happening. I will not be around to see it because I will be rotating
I
my
know what you mean. I know what you mean.
I will be rotating my bags into the shittiest of the shit coins when
Yep.
Bitcoin breaks through all-time high. And people are gonna say, how could you sell Bitcoin now? If we're finally at
And-
70K, we're going to play into price exploration. And I'm gonna go, I'm buying Doge at 11 cents because Doge is gonna go to $1.20. All right. So there's
And
a
then
difference.
Tommy launches this shit coin called Autistic Puppets, and then everybody buys.
Tommy's the dev,
Tommy's
the puppet dev.
Can devs do something?
Can devs do something? Bags down bad.
Jackus. Wake up, Jackus.
Yeah, no, Chin. I 100%
yo.
like. That's actually, well, real quick. I wanted to speak on Chin's comment here. That's actually a really solid comment, right? I think a lot of people did not expect illiquidity to be the driving force of the market. And in reality, that's exactly what drives markets, because illiquidity actually equals what? Depreciated assets. What do depreciated assets bring? They bring opportunity, right? And there's an opportunity cost to each price level. And
Will,
that's why you always
what does that mean when you say
so
illiquidity or
illiquid
illiquid assets lead to what did you just say?
they lead to price speculation and opportunity.
So you're
No,
saying
it just
illiquidity
lets price be moved easier.
Feature
Yeah,
not
yeah,
a
that's what the opportunity portion is, right? The opportunity is letting some idiot jump in behind you to push price up to get other idiots to jump in, and you dump on that idiot that jumped in with a big
so you're
bag.
saying that illiquidity leads to bullish price conditions, correct?
If everything is a liquid, yes. And there was a lot of shit that was a liquid, a lot.
I would agree
I
with
mean,
that. I would
we
agree
we
with
we,
that. Yeah.
we talked about Max. Remember, we were looking at Carvana, and you were like chapter 11. I was like, it's about to moon.
Did you buy some, Will? I told you to buy 1,000 shares of it. Did you do it?
Nah,
No,
he
fuck
didn't
no,
buy
I
it
didn't.
though.
Hell no. but
No.
the thing is in the chart, right? In the chart, it was obvious somebody was gonna pump that shit. It was so like I probably should have played it. I'm not gonna lie, I probably should have. But the point being is like this is just something that creates this mania, right? And when you're going into the halvening, almost everything in crypto is a liquid, right? Almost everything in the space is a liquid. So you've just got a massive space of vaporware illiquidity, and it's opportunity everywhere, right? Everybody's positioning, trying to get ahead of everybody else, and bags are moving. And this is what creates the momentum to the upside for the entire market. But you can
All
hop in
right.
there, Jackus. I
Tucker,
didn't mean to cut you off.
let's talk about ETH, man. Let's talk about ETH because there's a very clear and observable rotation happening between ETH and BTC right now, and it's reflected in the ETH BTC pair. Which actually, maybe before we look at this, Tucker, could you just quickly pull up ETH BTC just to set the stage? We'll look at it on the weekly and the monthly, and then we'll head over to ETH USD. I mean, that is one epic looking candle.
But here's the thing. Draw that line all the way to the left. It's the most obvious bounce in the world. And look, you've even recaptured price.
Yeah,
range.
they swept the low and just I mean, talk about buying people stops, you know. That's a good strategy just to buy where people have obvious stop losses, and that's like the most obvious stop loss run ever. Look at that
Bro, it
engulfing
was
candle. Can
oh
you go to the
man.
monthly, Tucker? Let's look at this on the monthly, man. It's even better. Look at that candle, bro. What are we talking about here?
Oh, I was muted. Damn. Yeah, that is a nice candle.
So here's
I'm
the thing, though. We got to finish it though. We can't end up with a Darth Maul. It's got to close up near the top. It has to. So I think you have a little bit of time. You got to be patient, even if it means buying higher than here. Because if that thing Darth Mauls, it's not going to be good. I don't think it will.
Even if there is a pullback in Bitcoin is like you're still probably going to see ETH outperform Bitcoin just because
That's what
Bitcoin
I was gonna say. That's exactly
it's probably bottomed.
Yep.
I would agree with
And
that, Tommy.
you know why, right? What did ETH do when Bitcoin's ETF came out? ETH outperformed Bitcoin when Bitcoin's ETF came out. And like
Yeah,
nobody's talking about it.
People were
I saw
clearly ready to
Litecoin
rotate.
will outperform ETH when their when the ETH ETF is coming out.
Did you say Litecoin?
Oh yeah, proof of work. These proof of work coins
Hey.
are going to get an ETF before something like Solana that's already been labeled as a security by the SEC.
May
Look, you guys
23rd is the date for the ETH ETF.
Here's
May
what you don't
23rd.
understand is that it's a bullish labeling, Tommy. It's
Tucker,
a bullish label. All right. It's very
Max,
good.
you guys have to excuse Tommy. He just started crack yesterday, so he could stay awake for trading.
I will say I actually do believe that you're going to see something like XRP or Litecoin get an ETF before Sol. Pretty high degree of confidence too.
I would actually probably agree with you, Tommy. I would.
I'm just playing Tommy, by the way.
Gary loves his proof of work coins, man. Gary loves this. But did you guys see that he voted yes for the
I
ETF?
saw that. You know why?
Yes,
he did it,
that
man.
was
I'm telling you,
shocking.
he sees all the Twitter shit, and he was like, "I'm so sad. I'm getting hated on all the time. I can't vote no. They'll ridicule me again."
No,
And
Max.
he voted in
eh,
our favor.
Actually, I think he got in trouble, and I don't think a lot of people paid attention to that. But he had a judge come out and call him out, right? And they're like, "We don't know why you keep on not approving this. There's no reason that we can see that you should not be approving these."
Really?
And it was an
Okay.
actual judge that called him out for that.
Mm.
Well, I've seen that the SEC has gotten in trouble a few different times for, what's the word? They've not tamper. It might have been tampering with evidence. I don't think it was quite that, but they definitely, at best case, they mischaracterized a piece of evidence, and a judge railed them for it.
Yep, I think it was XRP, wasn't it? That they got in trouble for.
I think it was a different case, but they were trying. I think what they're trying to do, Will, is they're trying to like backdoor industry-wide legislation using very anecdotal crypto cases, right? They're trying to pick really
Cherry
tiny
pick.
projects that don't have funding to be able to defend themselves. They probably have a technicality that makes them a little bit more susceptible to a securities label, and they use that to try and the legal word term is to backdoor it into the court system, into legislation, and use that because precedence is so important in the law. They try to use that to set the tone for crypto legislation and crypto regulation. And a judge chastised them for it because they were trying to mischaracterize some evidence. I believe that's what happened, but I would have to find the exact article to be 100% certain about it.
Oh man, guys, this really lines up actually, even timing wise.
I like that.
January. Remember, this is when you want to absolutely shove into ETH. Is December, January. That would be right around here. We chill. We pump into August. ETH BTC nukes. Test pump. Chad.
It was
until
actually
next year.
Jackass, Max, and you, Tucker, that talked about this the most. Was the January pump.
Yeah, bro.
And I
I'll
think
mark
just a
it
lot
out.
of
I'll
people
do it
faded it.
again. It's easy. The post-halving year January pump, man. The post-halving year. That's when ETH does its best work. Look at that. What else do you need? Let me help you guys. Here's the hike and a she candles. Boom, boom. Right? That's when you want to shove. Is January of the post-halving year. On this little fractal, that would be it's December, so that's when you want to shove. So yeah, there you go. It's not that hard.
What
What are your thoughts,
what's
Jackass?
SoulETH look like?
I think it's bleeding a little bit. Don't worry, it'll come back, Tommy. It'll come back. Look at that. Voom. Love
You're-
it. Love
You're
to
looking
see
at
it.
SoulETH, dude. I actually think that SoulETH is gonna that prominent. Yeah, right there, man. I think because that's a
you think
monthly
this?
level as well. Like if you went to the monthly real quick, and you drew across, just down a little bit, Tucker.
Wait, down. You mean up, Max?
No.
That's a monthly.
No.
level. Look at this
A little
FEG
lower.
we're putting in too. What?
Down.
Oh, this?
Right there.
No.
Yep. Now
no,
zoom
no.
in more. Go to like the daily. Go to like the daily for me. Look at all those lows sitting down there, Tucker. Why would we not, man? We're gonna Burj Khalifa this. We're gonna tag those lows 0.021. Everybody's gonna call Solana dead and meme Solana. Oh no. It was manipulation by the FTX estate, and Sol is junk and blah blah blah. And then we sell all of our ETH right into Sol, and that's just how it goes. And also, if you zoom back out, Tucker, hang on, bear with me. This is a bullish case to be made. We're painting one of the most glorious cup and handle patterns of all time right now. But we're in the handle phase. This is very bullish. Right there. Yep. But you got to be patient. I know you're a Sol whale, but that's happening right now. You're getting the handle.
I guess I can wait on the handle, man, if I must. I
It's
don't
okay. You'll
want
be a billionaire by the end of the cycle. Just, it's fine. You just have to
right
hold true.
there.
Yeah, it's fine. No problem. It's no problem.
See, I'd rather hold more Sol and then ETH beta instead of ETH. You know what I mean? And that's what
I'd rather hold
do.
ETH right now, but I think, yeah, longer term, you're spot on. I think that ETH's going to do well in the short term, though.
But why wouldn't I just hold a bunch of like Sol and Pepe rather than ETH?
I think you should, except that I think that this pair is going to continue to bleed. So if this pair is going to continue to bleed, the assumption is that ETH beta probably kicks Sol beta's butt in the short term. Maybe.
But is
ETH
it
beta? Yeah,
with
yeah.
Max? That's the real question. Is it beta with that?
Beta with hat. Yeah, I know. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I mean, there's always outliers, right? Like this thing, dude, someone market bought what, $6 million of this and literally lost 90% in a minute. Something goofy's going on with this. The fact that somebody would burn $5 million to
It was
buy
a
it
fact.
on one batch.
It was a
something
fat.
weird's gone with that.
Oh, you think it was a fat
It
finger?
was a fat finger. Yeah. Apparently, some Solana DAO was trying to come in like $10,000 clips and somehow market it in like 6 million.
Dude, that's devastating.
I'm assuming they're fired, right?
What was it? $3? It got it to like
It's a
$3.
DAO, so who actually has responsibility? Will
You said somebody came in and fat fingered it. Somebody hit the button.
Dude, can you imagine doing that? Oh my gosh, man. That would be so devastating.
Yeah, there we go. It's
Some of
just
these
an iconic chart.
I'll be right back, guys.
Do I have to even draw it, guys?
what you drawing?
Wait, I can't leave now if you're talking about Pepe.
I heard the best joke about Pepe yesterday, that it was the atom of meme coins.
Yeah.
No. You know who said
I
that?
know.
No, that's not a good joke. That individual carries too much influence in the market.
He does.
Who did say that?
Hasaka.
Was that who it was?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
And I responded to him on Twitter and I DM'd him.
He DM'd him about Pepe.
Dude, I was pissed when I saw that. Yeah.
Mm.
He's
Respect,
missing the
bro.
pairs, man. He's missing the pairs.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm gonna need to see this deviation, bruv. Hold. Mega demand, Max. Mega demand.
Yeah, but the most important one is actually not Pepe ETH, it's Pepe Doge, which we've talked
Pepe
about.
Doge.
Yes, you should be pairing memes against the Bitcoin of memes. How's your meme doing against Bitcoin of memes, which is Doge?
Pepe Doge.
This is the chart that matters more.
Yeah.
And I think most are sleeping on this one.
We need to draw it out again, man. A little deviation, bro.
This is the pair that
Mega
most are
demand.
sleeping on because, I mean, yes, you want it to perform well against ETH, obviously. That's implied. But you really want it to perform well against Doge.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that doesn't get much cleaner.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Need it to not top here. If it doesn't top here, boom, it'll vacuum up there.
Yeah.
Should.
I'll be right back.
70% against Doge while prices are going higher. What are we even talking about? here?
Nobody has been quicker to sell a pump in the last 6 months than Pepe Longs.
Mm-hmm. Pepe Jeets.
It's
Where
pretty
was,
much like all of ETH beta on chain, man. I mean, ticker Bitcoin's the same way. Look at how prime that chart looks, and it's just, it cannot break out. Same with MOG. Even the lower caps can't break out,
Yeah,
man.
don't say it. Yeah, Mog's pissing me off, but yes.
The like ETH on chain cannot, like, it will catch a small bid and then it can't sustain it. And I maintain that when we get that Blast TVL unlocked, which is like $1 billion worth of ETH, you're probably going to see on-chain come back on ETH. But I've always kind of asked the question, is it going to all go on ETH, or is that ETH going to head to Solana? It remains an interesting question, because for
Nah, it ain't no, Tommy.
for shitcoining
No.
specifically,
No.
well, it's much more conventional to shitcoin on Sol than ETH.
Easy, clean,
I'm not saying
cheap,
that. I'm just
awesome.
saying, like, it's
But it's
on
all
ETH
about
for a
where the
reason.
opportunity is at the end of the day.
Yes, that's a good question. When does Blast
Tommy,
unlock?
you are
Tommy?
performing sins right now. All right, you're getting very cultish.
I'm
Tommy-
not a manlet. I'm just saying.
I'm a manlet.
People are always gonna.
I'm a
People are
proud
always gonna go to
manlet.
the
Will.
chain where they feel like they have the best opportunity to generate wealth, and for most people,
Tommy,
that's still
follow the
Solana.
rotation. Follow the
When
rotation.
does
It's
Blast
going to-
unlock, guys? We need to know.
ETH people have been telling me to follow that rotation into ETH for months, man.
I have
Tommy.
not. I literally, Tommy, you watch me. I just moved into ETH just recently when I posted the freaking thing.
Nah,
And
nah.
you know about the mod call. You know about that. And you know when that was made. That wasn't months. Like those are all like recent things.
I mean,
I'm
I have
just
some
saying.
MOG too, man. I just I have ETH beta. It's just it hasn't moved, and if it has, it's always retraced the pumps, man. It's been for on-chain stuff, just
Are you
No.
fudding Pepe? What did I just walk back into?
No,
Yeah, I mean,
They're
if
talking
What-
you're
what
about.
is- what did I
fudding ETH,
miss?
you're fudding
I mean,
Pepe.
yes.
I'm putting
essentially,
on-chain
yes,
ETH
Max.
stuff.
Tommy,
Okay,
when
well-
does Blast unlock?
February, I want to say
Okay,
the end of February.
Okay. All right,
So
good,
Tommy just said that Blast is gonna unlock, sell off, and go into Solana.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying there's no guarantee that all of
Good.
that ETH just goes into ETH on-chain stuff.
Oh, it is.
It might.
All of it.
I think it depends where ETH is at. If ETH is at 3K, then yeah, it's probably going on chain. If ETH looks cucked, then it's probably not.
Then it's
All
probably going
roads
to
lead
Sol.
back to ETH. All right. The Yellow Brick Road.
I
it
just
leads
can't
to
wait for
ETH.
everybody who fudded Pepe to just start buying Pepe once it breaks the all-time high, because that's what's going to happen. Nobody wants it while it's in obvious accumulation. I don't even want to talk about it anymore, man. I'm done. I'm done
Facts.
talking about Pepe. Like I've tried, I've tried to get this to break through, man, to help people understand and see the light. But I think I'm just done talking about it. They'll have to go watch the archives. I can't anymore. I'm exhausted. I am exhausted, man. People just they refuse to see the light. They refuse to see that it's going to a 69 billion market cap, and that's okay.
Max,
You know-
people thought the same thing about Bunk, right? They thought it wasn't going anywhere. Now look at it.
People
I heard
said
a
the
wild
same thing
jacket.
about Whiff, boys.
I heard
Come
a
on now.
wild Jackus.
Yeah, I heard him.
Jackus, are you here?
I'm here the whole time, but I didn't want to jump into your conversation because there is lots of us today, and so many people have lots to say. And whenever I started talking, there was someone else because there is a lag between Europe and US, I suppose. So it's just listening and having a good time.
What do you think of the stream so far, Jackus? Are you an enjoyer of Market Check?
I'm always an enjoyer, man.
Have you liked the stream, Jackus?
From 2 accounts.
Oh.
Yes, guys. That's how you do it.
All right, let's talk
So-
about Dog Whiff Hat, man. Let's talk about Dog Whiff
I
Hat.
think you're going to see beta start to really catch a bit if Bitcoin can get back above like 46, like above this level, basically.
So when is
46
Grayscale done?
too.
When is Grayscale done cheating the market?
Probably after today, maybe tomorrow.
The sooner the better.
That's what I'm saying. I think Monday, if you can make it through this weekend without cheating like 45K, then I think next week we probably go pretty aggressively, maybe a 50 handle.
All they're doing right now is just test netting the investors and seeing who's going to sell and who's going to buy.
Do you say testnet, Will?
Yeah, test netting all the investors right now. You're all in a simulation at the moment.
Kind of like a Bitcoin to Caspa relationship, one might say.
Don't go there.
Bitcoin was a simple test net.
Fucking lobby.
Always cracks
One
me
of the
up when
most
like that.
ridiculous memes ever.
They're pretty funny. What else? What else? I know you were talking about big time, Tommy.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's bottomed.
More
You know,
ETH
the
data
first
that's just
grinding and trending up.
yeah.
What I like about big time specifically, guys, it has nothing to do with the fundamentals. It has everything to do with the fact that only 3% of the supply is circulating. They can run price up whenever they want. And eventually they will, and probably very aggressively. You know, because if you're holding, if there's only 3% of the supply in circulation and you're holding the majority of it, you can pretty much manipulate price however you want. You know, and if you have unlocks for the other 97%, you want to sell them higher. So you put 2 and 2 together. I think it's an asset that can fly.
Mm-hmm.
Tommy, you called that big time move perfectly. You said it was going to PO3 or swing fail that low. Now it just needs to hit the expansion part.
I didn't think it would wick that deep. I mean, it annihilated.
No, but if you ignore the wick,
wick,
if you ignore the wick, you called that move down. I mean, the wick was, I mean, that was ridiculous. But I remember in our Discord,
wiped out
you said that.
50% of the open interest in like 1 hour.
Yeah, that's crazy. You said 3% is circulating. That's nothing.
Yeah. So very low float.
Hope is not a strategy, Tommy.
Yes, it is, Tucker. You know it is.
No, I didn't say it. Booty Bandit said it.
What's Booty Bandit?
Look at the screen, Max. Come on now. He's on the
Charting
screen.
Caspa, leave me alone. Go back. Oh, hope is not a strategy, Tommy. Dude, hope is a huge part of any strategy. What's the difference between hope and conviction? Please explain it. Anybody?
Nothing.
Nothing.
So this is Shrap. I've never really looked at it.
I've heard people talking about this.
What is it, a gaming thing?
I think so. Well, people saw what Prime did, and you know, Prime absolutely gigascent.
Dude, I fumbled Prime. I should have bought it at $2.
I had a friend that was talking to me about Prime like back in the spring, man. And it's like that wrap towel bag that we had, Tucker. I mean, it was just so 1 or 2 market cycles too early for it to catch attention of the market.
Dude, we had wrap towel at like $40 and it went to I guess it was a 10x, went to 400.
Tau looks top though. I don't know if you've taken a look at it, Tucker, but it definitely does not.
Is it Tau or wrap towel now?
I just call it BitTensor, I guess.
No, but is it for the ticker? Is it? I guess it's wrap towel.
Yeah.
Yeah, we bought it down in here. We G'd it hard. That was in May.
I honestly, I think it was actually in like before that, man. I thought we bought it in January or
in
February.
No. Maybe you did. I didn't.
Was it not out that early? It might have been April or May.
February was when it came out. Well, on this chart. I remember holding it in like April, May, though.
We need towel with hat.
Towel with hat.
Towel with hat.
Speaking of with hat, what does Maker look like? Rebrand to a new token. Oh my god.
Dude, I remember this.
It
man.
ran, right?
Good bag.
Check bag, good bag.
Yeah, I remember, Tommy, you had a fractal going to like higher than all-time highs, like decently soon.
Yeah, I'd have to look back through my.
I think it was like 10K. I think you were looking for like 10K Maker.
Let me see if I still have that.
That was built in the chart the whole time.
Dude, The
You didn't see it?
all-time volume profile.
I don't think I have it anymore, Tucker. That's a shame.
I remember trading it like, yeah, in here. And then I think I probably sold it somewhere in here. I bought it like 1,000, sold it somewhere up in 1,200, 1,300. I missed all this. This would have been fun. What is that? We got a little falling
Does
thing.
Maker
Yeah,
just
little
melt up
falling
from here?
wedge. Huh?
Does Maker just melt up from here?
Maybe. I mean, they rebranded to.
Like, why do I
With
feel like
hat?
Anything with hat absolutely moons.
I mean, this chart looks good, man.
them's the rules?
This chart looks damn.
I don't
good.
make them. I just abide by them.
Where is the?
What's Corn doing? Still just sitting here.
Yeah. Chart looks nice. Yeah. Wait, what's Corn doing? Nothing. God, I hate that.
As long as you follow the rules, you make money.
What pattern is that, Will?
That's about the moon in your face pattern.
That's the Jeep pattern. The Barry Silbert is selling pattern.
It's about to turn into a J. J for
Big
Jeep
weak pattern.
and back up.
Big weak pattern.
Yeah, this is the big week pattern.
God, Barry, man. What a guy.
Barry will dump on you
Yeah.
with rehypothecated Bitcoin.
Oh, Barry.
Oh, market is closed.
What is, I mean, is
Monday.
spot selling? I didn't even know. I know we got like the flows didn't come in, and like the Bitcoin had not already been bought until this morning. We do know that.
Really?
Yeah, I think they did it through Coinbase.
They just market aped on Coinbase.
I think so. Well, I'm sure it wasn't just like a market buy, but effectively.
Am I on Eastern time on this chart? What am I on here? 7:30. That should have been 8:30. When was the
Big
move?
farm.
Yeah, okay. Right when the equity market opened. We pumped. How much? 2%?
Yeah.
More like
Well, I mean,
nine.
we got a pretty big move from out of Asia, right? Like 7 or 8% on Bitcoin. That's a pretty tradable move. 3K on it.
Yeah.
Maybe more than that. So got a good
Yeah, we
move.
did.
I don't love the rejection in that fashion, but it's like I said, unless we break 45.5, it doesn't look terrible. Although I don't
This
like
low?
the response from buyers at this level. But it's just like talking lower time frame at the end of the day. I think the higher time frame is still it's like I said, a broadening uptrend, right? Both in terms of sentiment, in sentiment and price and in positioning. You just get these huge skews to either the upside or the downside in what's ultimately gearing up for just this absolutely massive vertical ascent.
Yeah, I don't know what
Okay,
we do.
so I got an idea to like push the
locally.
brand. We rebrand to Bitcoin because Bitcoin with hat.
Not a bad idea, that will.
Should we throw a hat
Max,
on our logo on Twitter?
How we doing on the likes, Max?
Oh man, let's see. 95 on YouTube and 14 on
Oh.
Twitter.
It's time.
don't
It is
know, man.
time. This is what you get to look at now.
Oh no, soybeans on the 1 second. No.
We could turn
It's
that
over.
14 to 40 if we just add with hat to because Bitcoin.
Guys,
That's true.
if you could help us out here, we need some likes here. Tucker's gonna make us look at the soybean futures chart on the 1 second. This is painful, guys. This is truly pain. You don't want to watch soybeans trade on the 1 second. If you are enjoying the content, please make sure to just hit that thumbs up button for us so we don't have to look at soybeans on the 1 second chart again. Oh, on Renko. That's actually kind of cool.
On Renko.
There might be some alpha in that. Yeah, guys, let's see
Yeah.
if we can get to 100 likes while we're live here. Right now we're at 98. If there's 2 of you out there right now that have not liked the stream here on YouTube, please just take 1 second and make sure that you have liked the content if you have enjoyed the stream. It really helps us grow. It does wonders for the channel. And again, thank you guys so much for being here. Just make sure you hit that like. And then I guess also, while we're here, if you are new here, this is Market Check brought to you by Because Bitcoin. We are live Monday through Friday at 10:55 a.m. Eastern Time. If you are enjoying the content and you are new and haven't subscribed yet, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Help us grow the channel and also help yourself become a better trader by tuning in with us Monday through Friday and hanging out while we dump alpha on you guys. But thanks so much for being here. Let's see if we got to 100 likes. Still at 98. Wow. Didn't do anything. All right. Well,
And
we'll see if we can get
soybeans are
to 100.
nuking.
Soybeans are, oh my God, it's over. It's over. Fire sale your soybeans.
Somebody wants Caspa. You want to talk Caspa, Max?
I mean, we could talk some Caspa.
I know you've been working on a chart over there.
We could talk some Caspa, man. We could talk some Caspa. Here's Caspa BTC. Very interesting to see the interaction with these fib levels where whenever Caspa breaks out after reaccumulation. So we'll draw these out here. So here's your reaccumulation, and I've got fibs drawn from high to low, high to, in my opinion, probably a low there. I guess hindsight, we will know for sure. And then all the way up, you can see that we've tagged the 3.618 effectively, like perfectly, after the breakout. So, you know, looking at this here, I can't help but think that we're about to do the same exact thing again. And it's going to take, you know, it's going to take a while, right? This could bring you out into Q2 even. But if this is it right here, if this is your reaccumulation, you're talking about a Caspa BTC move of 240, 250% potentially. So looking at that right now, actually, I was going back and forth with Jim on Twitter. He just had a nice chart of this, and then I was playing around with Caspa ETH, basically doing the exact same thing. So here's Caspa ETH. Again, it likes to hit this, you know, these fib levels. So from low to high, again, breaks out, hits the 3.618, low to high, again, hits the 3.618. So that would effectively be a 260% move from Caspa against ETH here, assuming this is the bottom. I mean, I guess you could make a case that maybe it goes here, you know, or actually if I use the other chart, because we did have a wick down here.
Yeah, you got to use that wick.
Do I have to use the wick, you think?
I mean,
well,
this is the MACD chart, so maybe I need to CAS USDT.
Kim is using a very similar.
Gotta use the wick.
CAS USD divided by ETH USD. All right, let's try it again with the wick. That might change things a lot. Oh man. Okay. That might change things quite a bit here, gentlemen. Let's see. Let's draw this out in real time. Oh, wow. Yeah, see, that does make a big difference if we include that wick. I don't know if people want to include it or not, but if we do include the wick, that changes things quite a bit, you know?
What is that? $3?
This right here would be 0.0000182.
Oh, that's Caspa ETH. I was like, what am I
So
looking
if
at?
ETH is at 3,000 times 0.0000182, 54-cent Caspa. Oh man.
Mm.
Oh man. Okay. That changes some things. Might actually have to tweet this back at Jim because I just posted the other one.
Look, I know you guys like being part of the cults, okay? But cults aren't healthy. All right? I just want you guys to be aware of that.
Colts pump bags, Will.
Well, I won't invest in anything that's not a cult in crypto. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't know why you wouldn't.
Look, I get invested in cults all the time. I don't put my name on any of these tokens. Absolutely zero. This is the same channel I had originally, Max. Remember when we were talking about this? I believe in market check when like I think it was from 2 cents to 5 cents. I was like, this is where we bounce at 2 cents, and then we went up to 5, and I was like, oh, this thing's gonna tank because it fell below the channel. It's a channel. It's literally playing within a channel all the way up. You can draw a channel all the way across that, and I had the channel drawn out. I still have the post on it. I had the channels. You could draw a channel all the way across the lows there, like a trend line, and then just bring it up to the top, and you can literally see like past. It's literally just playing a channel all the way to the upside, and then just hit your highs with the same channel. That's it. Just like literally just play the channel. That's it. It doesn't have to hit all the way to the high either. Like it can come short of hitting the high.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, we got a super chat from Todd.
It's a good one.
Wait, where'd Lance go?
The next line of defense.
Oh, he's got a haircut.
Todd said if we can't hold 46K, then 12K is the next line of defense. That makes perfect sense to me, Todd. I mean that I don't see any issue with that.
Michael Burry said it best. If there's any better way to lose money, it's on a short. Nah, he didn't really say that, but we're gonna go ahead and mark. We're gonna mark that one as ours.
Guys, we've been going for about an hour and a half. I think this might be a good place to call it, given that the market's just kind of churning today. Thank you, Grayscale, once again. But yeah, guys, we're gonna call it here. Thank you guys so much for being here. As always, this is Market Check brought to you by Because Bitcoin. We are live Monday through Friday at 10:55 a.m. Eastern time with myself, Tucker, Will, Tommy, and Jackus. It's basically an hour and a half to 2 hour long alpha dump. We talk price, charts, narratives, generally just have a great time. So please consider liking the stream if you have not yet. Furthermore, if you are new here, please consider subscribing to the channel, helping us grow. And then also you'll be made aware of when we go live, which again is Monday through Friday at 10:55 a.m. Eastern time. It's a great time. So definitely consider subscribing so that you can come hang out with us Monday through Friday. Furthermore, if you check out the first link in the description below, that's going to take you to becausebitcoin.com/premium, where you can sign up for our Discord, where you get to see behind the curtain on how me, Tucker, Will, Jackus, Tommy, and Wabi, and the entire Because Bitcoin team really actually place bets in these markets, how we're trading. It's full transparency. We've got logs of everything that we're doing from an investing perspective. We also meet twice a day, once at the New York Open and once at the New York Close. And we talk for about an hour each time. We go round table and everybody gives their thoughts, led by the entire Because Bitcoin team. And the Discord is growing like crazy, and the retention is very, very high for a reason. There's nobody out there that is putting in the hours that we are, simply put. So definitely consider checking that out if you want to take your trading to the next level and trade with us here at Because Bitcoin. Now, we are also working on our new flagship product called the BB Terminal. That's going to be dropping sometime before the Bitcoin halving. If you want to be grandfathered into the existing price for our premium offerings right now, which is mainly just the Discord, it's $149.99 per month. But that's going up significantly when the BB terminal drops. So if this sounds interesting to you and you not only want to be a part of our Discord, but also want early access to the BB terminal when it drops and be part of the beta testing crew, which will help actually shape what this thing turns out to be like, consider signing up right now, locking in your price of $149.99 forever, as long as you don't cancel, because I can tell you right now, the BB terminal is going to drop. You guys are going to see it on here and you're going to go, dang, that's pretty cool. I would love to use that. Oh, wow, that's expensive. I really should have listened to Max and signed up for $149.99 per month when I had the chance, because now it's much more expensive. And then there's going to be people asking me for discount codes and free trials. And I'm going to say, guys, I'm sorry. We had such a long free trial period, and I warned you that prices were going up and you didn't try it. So if it sounds interesting to you and you want to take your trading to the next level and get more involved in what we're doing here and be early to access the BB terminal, which is going to be epic, definitely consider signing up right now. And again, the link is below, becausebitcoin.com/premium. It is the first link in the description. I don't see Tommy here, so I think I'm going to just take us out today. So guys, thanks so much for being here as always. Happy Thursday. We will see you tomorrow for Friday's stream. Guys, have a great night. Stay safe and take care.